Hello, welcome to the Darksteel edition of the deck Durdle. So you can see here I have my my card pool, 6 boosters from Darksteel. Of course it's a small set, so we may see some little odd things happen in terms of distribution wise, where we'll see multiple copies of certain cards, which you'll get because of the sort of proportional breakdown of small sets. So if we've got 4 copies of Inflame here, which is going to be interesting. So what I've decided to do is, as usual, I'm going to be, I think with this, making a rod for my back here, but I think I've settled in as I always try and build 3 decks. So you can see here I've already copied the pool. And I think what I'm going to do, I had problems in the last thing, just getting my mind round an all artifact deck. So for these builds, what I'm going to do is, obviously most of the builds are going to be heavily artifact, but I'm going to start off in a certain colour and then spread out from there. So what I mean by that is I'll start off, first deck I build is going to be starting off building around black. So I want to do something interesting with Mephitic Ooze and these arc-bound creatures, see where that takes me. Then I'm going to build an equipment deck around my white cards, my white rares. Again, seeing whether I need to introduce another colour to do that. And then finally, I'm going to build some sort of red monstrosity. It looks like there's some burn stuff I might be able to do here. So it might end up as like some sort of red burn deck with artifacts again. Got some mirrors down here. What are they going to help me with? Probably not a lot. Don't think we do have a couple of Darksteel ingots, so we got some stuff that's going to help us fix mana. And we have this indestructible Darksteel Citadel, which is obviously handy for artifacts or anything that has colourless mana in it. So yes, red, white and black, and then we'll just splash whatever colours we need to as the mood takes us. So let's get this sorted back into the right thing so we can start messing with this. Yep, we're good with colour. So we've got Meridian's Core here as well. So yeah, we're actually not too bad with fixing if we want to. Okay. Okay, I'll worry about that anymore. I think I'm going to drag everything out, except black and anything that's playable in black, and then re-add anything in if I want to do that. So just see where we go with the arc-bound cards. So sideboard of this, and we can just drag everything else across. Okay, we'll leave those. It's interesting when you're, in an all artifact deck, you get to a point where things that destroy artifacts, you want to main deck them, or things that just tap them down or whatever, because it's pretty likely the opponent's going to be playing artifacts. So I'll try and do the same here. I'm looking forward to see where that white equipment deck takes me. Red's going to be a little weird. We could do red-green with minimal artifacts. It's always fun to just try and build a hate on artifacts deck, I suppose, in this format. Right. Okay, so I'm going to take out the 2 lands for the moment, but I'll put them back in, I should imagine. Right, what do we want? Yep, we definitely want that. If you gain life, you might pay X. Don't know if I want to do life gain at this point. Okay, so interesting interaction with that. Nemesis mask in here. Yeah, probably belongs more in my equipment deck. I don't know if I want that. Whenever a non-token creature comes into play, we'll see. It's the pendant that's indestructible, not the creature that's attached to. So I'm just mulling over these mana rocks. I'm going to just temporarily take mana rocks out, and I can always add them in. Okay, target players on for each tap she controls. Cool. Okay. Target creature and all other creatures the same name. It's -2, -2. Fine. Got chittering rats. So it's a cover from his hand. 2/2 for 3. Flying. This is always interesting, so we can invest quite a bit of and pay 1 life. Okay. So what's it got here? Let's just I'm just going to go with a module. So 3, 5 for 6. Target artifact creature blocks. Can't block. Okay, so we've got unblockable. Have we got anything that's using charge counters? Yeah, I do. Okay, we've got an interaction going on there. What's this? Imprint 1, remove target creature in your graveyard from the game. So it's a 5, 5 for 7. Does that work? I'm not playing forests in here. Okay. Do I want to play that? Probably not. Quite a bit of equipment here. This is an interesting deck. We're still in mono black, aren't we? So that implies that we don't need any of this. Where's that? That. Okay. Garden. Don't want to be sacking lands. Draw a card. No, probably not. Well, it's a little interesting deck here. Okay. So I've got to make a decision. Just interesting what this card would do. Do I want to be turning lands into artifacts? Probably not. Okay, mono black. I want to be playing that many of those. Okay, let's just try this with 16 land, just for fun. Getting anything from playing this? See, it does interact with the other thing, but I don't need to generate other mana. I can't see what the point is if I'm in black. Yeah, there is no point. Okay. I just need to... I'm going to have a quick look at my curve before I make a decision about... Oh, okay. That's interesting. Right. Let's try it. Okay. Yeah, what I was trying to work out there is just whether I can get away with playing 16 land. Well, we'll find out when we goldfish this. So, no land obviously in Darksteel, but we will use Mirrodin. Land. Yep. Pretty gnarly. Okay, so we're good. Okay, let's play test this monstrosity. 2 swamps. So we got turn 2 Genesis chamber. Which gets triggered turn 4. It doesn't go out till turn 5. Okay. Second Arcbound hybrid. Suppose we better do this properly, eh? Just put this back here. Go away. It's Genesis chamber. Okay. Whenever a non play. Fair enough. Okay, so we've got a Grimclaw Bat, and that gets, yeah. It's interesting here. You can turn this off by tapping it down. So that's yeah. There's a whole history behind that actually. That not this card, but the fact that tapping artifacts turns them off. So yeah, if you get a chance, have a look up how that used to work in old school Magic with artifacts. Okay, so out that comes. Is it going to let me? Reach control puts +1/+1. Oh, I see why. Oh yeah, I didn't read. See, this is why you want to read this. So it's whenever a non-token, so any non-token creature. So that's why. Okay, that makes sense. So what I want to do, thinking about this, yeah, I think there was a card in here somewhere that would let me switch this off. So maybe it wasn't so smart putting this in the deck. But anyway, we'll play it out. So yeah, definitely I would. This could be problematic without a means of switching it on and off. Okay, so it's got summoning sickness at the moment. Anyway, where was I? I was going to try and generate some tokens here. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's rather unadventurous. I was hoping to see a Mia there, never mind. Right, so tap all. Oh, second Grimclaw Bats. So basically we could attack with these 2 here if we wanted to. Obviously we're gold fishing, so our opponent's not doing anything. I'm not going to mess about with the life totals here. I just want to get a feel for how fast or slow this, and also pick up mistakes like, you know, whether or not this needs to go in the deck. But one of the problems we've got is we've been severely mana screwed. So yeah, I'd probably maybe want to remove the Genesis chamber, put in an extra swamp or something like that. So let's just play this out a little bit further. So assuming I'm going to attack there. What does this do? Does it have a... Yeah, it doesn't really... Lets you tap it. Okay. So that'd be when you attack, you tap, obviously. Things are not looking good here. We haven't got any of this online yet. So, anyway, let's just play that. Tap that down. That generates token. Come on. Obviously these tokens would have summoning sickness. Oh, we got our third swamp. But we've still got them, so we would tag again. Trouble is these are all 1/1s, although, well, so this is where it gets interesting. I can start investing life into these and just go crazy. But obviously I just have to be a bit careful. So, you know, I got 3 swamps, so I could tap all these for the mana, pay 3 life. We've now got a 4/4 flyer going in. So yeah, so that will be a line there. This is gonna make us suffer. Oh, we have 1 Artbound worker. Is that 1/1 for 1? And we need to put a counter on that. I think, oh no. Do I need to do it that way? Yeah, I suppose so. Okay. I just wondered whether it would change this, but obviously it doesn't. Yeah, so this is all just 1/1s. Oh. Sorry, I forgot to untap. So now we can start. So now these start coming on board. Okay. So yeah, little deck's a little slow, but anyway, interesting to see. And yeah, just be careful of this Genesis chamber. Caught me out. Okay, let's go back. Right. So, what's next on our agenda? Okay, let's try the white equipment deck. See what that looks like. Excuse me, my throat's a little sore this morning. Oops. Yeah, I'm in the wrong mode. Do that, and then that's better. Okay. Take everything out. Right, so we want equipment here. And we will I'm just going to temporarily take that out. I don't really want that. I don't need that if this ends up as mono white. I want that. Don't want that. I'll take those out for the moment. What I'm tempted to do is maybe splash red for removal. Okay. I'm going to sideboard that. I don't know how much a problem enchantment's actually going to be. Prevent all damage target spell will be... Yeah, I'll leave out fog for the moment. Tap all artifacts. Okay, choose one creature target +2/+2. Yeah. Dealt. That's interesting. That would have been interesting in that black deck. I don't know if it would have been worth splashing white for it. Seems like I'm building around the Arcbound cards. So I suppose another way of thinking about it is it's Arcbound splashing white, black or red maybe. We'll see. So we can't play that. We do want to play our Razor Golem though. Definitely. Yeah, we want that. When creatures able to block equipped creature do so. Maybe just run one of those. Okay. See, oh yeah, I suppose we have got quite a bit of equipment. We attempt to take that out. I don't know if I want 3 of those. Should maybe reduce this curve a little bit. Yep. So I'm just looking to see if there's anything interesting in blue. Oh well, let's see. I've chosen a theme now, I might as well stick with it, I suppose. Oh, come on. Right. Let's whack in this. It's pretty spiky. Yeah, maybe that. Okay. So we got Darksteel Citadel, planes. There's our 2-drop and 1-drop. Okay. And we can't play that. We've got some equipment. But if this is a 1-lander, let's just... Oh, what the hell? Let's just play this out. Okay. Tap down that. Nope, that was not a wise move. I mean, I could be attacking with this, but yeah. No, that would... I should have mulliganed. Okay, that's better. Okay, so let's try this one. Do that. Let's do this in the right order, shall we? So we can attack with this turn if we wanted to. It's a 1-1 for 2. Oh, you can't play with the order. That's a shame. So I'm not keeping tracks of the turns either. How naughty am I? Okay, again, we could attack with this if there's no blockers. Oh dear, now see, now we're flooded. Oh dear, this could be grindy. Okay, well actually, yeah, I could get this out. I nearly missed that. And it has haste. So maybe things are getting a little bit better. So now that's what... See, are those counters... Comes into play with 2 +1 counters on it. Okay, but this... See, that's interesting because it says put a charge counter. And these, I don't think these are +1 counters. They're not charge counters. I did know this already. I didn't know that this didn't interact with this, but I was just curious. And you tap that one, that happens. Okay. I was more interested with this interacting with the other thing. Now, of course, there's one copy of this, I think, and one copy of the other card it interacts with. So it's, yeah, a bit hopeful that would happen. So now we've got 4 that we could attack with. Outbound Stinger, which has flying. Single token, though. I'm sorry, single... God, not token, single counter. Flying, but no haste. Oh. See, we're not curving out too bad. It's just these are so overcosted. In the main, I suppose the main advantage is when they die that you move the counters elsewhere, and that's when things can get seriously out of hand. Oh, there's a Darksteel Citadel. Might as well play it out. Can't get this out yet. And of course we need some in the graveyard as well, which is a bit difficult to emulate when you're gold fishing, so it's the only problem. Let's just play this out a little bit further. I've got another planes, just see what we've... Yeah, that will be pretty grindy. Okay, let's go back to our next one. So I'm going to go red-green with this and just see what it looks like without any artifact shenanigans, or as minimal as possible. So we're just going to go, play burn red, see how much anti-artifact green we have, and then go from there. I'm sure obviously there was some stuff we could have played in blue, but so this time round we do want to bear in mind that we're going to need, or it would be handy to have some mana fixing. But I'm going to pull everything except the red and the green cards, and then reintroduce probably certain key bits of equipment, maybe the Whisper Shield cloak. I do have multiple copies of Burn, which is quite handy. Let's get rid of this. So the main sort of anti-artifact colour, or in the previous set, seemed to be green. If you remember from the theme decks, there was a mono green, like hate on artifacts deck. So it's going to be interesting to see for the ones here. So we got mana filtering. Yeah, let's do that. It's pro artifact deck. Let's just get all of this out. Now, oh yeah. Do we still want to run? Let's leave the Tangle column in there for the moment. We just got to keep an eye open in terms of what might work against us. I forgot to take these out. Bye bye modular. Okay, 11. Funny. Right, let's see what we can do here. So, looks like we're pretty heavily invested in burn. Just try to... Okay, we'll leave that in. Reap and sow. Destroy target land. I'm going to cut those down a bit. Nourish. I don't really want. Destroy target equipment. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, one of those. Yeah, so we've got 4 copies of Inflame. She dealt damage this turn. Yay. This is actually quite difficult to goldfish, I must admit. So I'm just going to go through and just see what the drops are like. Yeah, I don't know how good this is going to be. Inflame deals 2 damage to each creature that damage this turn. I probably want to run one copy of that and then see what happens, and then bring in the other one. The equipment's a thing, but do I want to be running 2 copies again? Run one and then see. Okay. So we do now. Let me just add in this first. Forest and oops, not spell mountain, obviously. Oh well. Oh, I'm thinking, I don't recognise that. That's more like it. Yep. Now, I'm just looking to see, do I want to run any mana rocks? I'll leave it for the moment. We'll see. Just because it's indestructible. I should really run remove that. Okay, let's look at my stats. Okay. Was tricky. Right. Oh, well, that is not a good curve. Okay. Right. Yeah. Maybe this wasn't such a good idea. Oh well. You live and learn. Doesn't really matter. I can't do anything anyway, so I don't really care if I get red or green out, I suppose. Well, so I did forget to put that out. Yeah, this is not great. Yeah, that's actually not that great. Okay, no, like I said, there's too much conditional burn in here to really goldfish this convincingly. So there we have it. So first deck was sort of mono black with Arcbound and a little bit of equipment. Second deck was interesting, actually. That was mono white with arc bound and a little bit more equipment, but we didn't really see that much equipment when I played it out. And then this one was, well, sort of red green go nowhere deck. So yeah, not too impressive. Anyway, there we have it. That's another episode of Deck Durdle. In this case, we're doing it for Darksteel. And as I said in the previous episode, always interesting to see how things pan out when you've got like a format where there's a type of card which is a different balance than you normally see, and how that plays out with a card pool, and how that can be quite different way of thinking than with in a usually balanced set. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.